banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Condors and the Tennessee Volunteers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Condors offense to go on the attack first. Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
Nah, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Quarterback keep. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And it'll be the Condors decide to punt it away. Now on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers. Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
There he goes. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Condors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. And off from the shotgun. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop. So Tennessee's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Nico Uyamalayama. We've been anticipating his debut all offseason. We'll see what he has to work with here in the opener. Running inside. It's Bishop. Makes it past the marker. What a cut. Now he's loose. There's a crease. He's at the touchdown, Tennessee. Once he got some room, it was over.
And it's the game-breaking speed. You see right there, he takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like you mentioned, the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Makes a man miss. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Running the option, it's right. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. If he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And it'll be the Condors who will bring the punt team onto the field. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. Get some yardage. Makes makes a move. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Finding an escape route. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the away team sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. He makes the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Hard running there. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Smashes it between the uprights.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight, they didn't allow a touchdown, and they forced their opponent to kick a field goal. Nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. Gets it all the way out to the 42. What a nice job on that return. They'll start this drive from the 42. Imaliava on the play action. Finds his man. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown ball.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's King. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. The Condors line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Slips through the line. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. First play of the period, first down here. Here's Imaliava to throw. Looking left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the crowd, maybe a crease. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
I bet this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense started the season off with a bang.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Crosses to 40. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Wide receiver going in motion. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Pressure coming. He lofts one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And it'll be the Condors who will punt this one away. Here's the punt, and that is a major league pop-up. That thing's going to bring rain. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He now has 111 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. They're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's reloading with all the high school recruiting poor.
Finding some room. Bulldozes his way through. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line. The Volunteers with the 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throwing St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way back to...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
He'll bring it out. It's King. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Looking to throw, it's right. And down he goes back at the 3.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up the safety.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Condors will call on their punt team. He gets it away from his end zone and a very good kick here. Here's the return. He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Tennessee sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Runs for the tackle. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their... And he charges across the line. Touchdown ball! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And it'll be the Condors send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got it. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch it? He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. St. Clair. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. Cross. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the knee, and that should send us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the UNLV Rebels. And it's the Trojans trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings. Now over to your game inside Neyland Stadium. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Neyland Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Volunteers will boot it away to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Condors head coach. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now. The defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
There he goes, He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. And they'll start this drive off in business. First and goal from the 9. Running the red zone, it's Hardy. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
The Condors will line up to punt it away. Takes it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The run inside. It's Bishop. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long.
Snags it, and there's running room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Vols have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Push forward on the sneak. He cannot. And a mere inches away from pay dirt. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Quarterback keeper runs it into the house. Touchdown ball!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And they did tack on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Creates a little space. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Gets the back moving. On the option. Pulls it on the option. There's some room. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now on the option. He'll keep it again on the option. Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off play action. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Running inside, it's Stevens. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. And it'll be the Condors will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. Makes a move. Oh, what a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to
him down. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. This is a designed run. Picks up the first down. Could be an alley. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Hey, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day.
Chance for a good return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
On the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll take it himself. Oh, he didn't get past a marker before starting his slide, and now it's fourth down. The Condors will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Checking in from the Tennessee sideline, it has been all positive so far in this early season game. You know there was a lot of preseason hype, and the Heisman conversation has already started. But what's more important is this quarterback's performance has lived up to that hype. He's gotten off to a good start, and the conversation is only going to get more heated and more electric from here because he is leading his team here down the stretch in a really positive way to kick off the season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. From the 22 on 1st and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play.
He's trying to get it in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And the extra point is good. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. On the run, it's Stevens. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work out throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us here.